Today is November the 7th. Why does the world hate us? Jesus says to expect that. Let's continue reading here. John 15 from 18 to 25. If the world hates you, be aware that it hated me before it hated you. If you belong to the world would love you as its own. But because you do not belong to the world, but I've chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hates you. Remember the word that I said to you, slaves are not greater than their master. If they persecuted me, they will persecute you. If they kept my word, they will keep yours also. But they'll do all these things to you on account of my name, because they don't know him who sent me. If I'd not come and spoken to them, they would not have sin. And now they have no excuse for their sin. Whoever hates me hates my Father also. If I had not done among them the works that no one else did, they would not have sinned. But now they've seen and hated both me and my Father. It was to fulfill the word that is written in their law. They hated me without a cause. Why does the world hate us? Jesus says, they hated me first. Of course they're going to hate you. But they hate you because you are not one of them. I've called you out of the world. He then says, they will persecute you because they also persecuted me. Then at the end of this chapter, at the end of this section, he says, this is why it's written, they hated me without a cause. Now, he is probably quoting Psalm 69:4 that says, they hated me without a cause. But he may also be quoting Psalm 35:19. Both of these are Psalms of David. Let's read Psalm 35.
Psalm 35, New Revised Standard Edition, of David. Contend, O Lord, with those who contend with me. Fight against those who fight against me. Take hold of a shield and buckler, and rise up to help me. Draw the spear and javelin against my pursuers. Say to my soul, I am your salvation. Let them be put to shame and dishonor who seek after my life. Let them be turned back and confounded who devise evil against me. Let them be like chaff before the wind, with the angel of the Lord driving them on. Let their way be dark and slippery, with the angel of the Lord pursuing them. For without cause they hid their net from me, without cause they dug a pit for my life. Let ruin come to them unawares, and let the net that they hid ensnare them. Let them fall in it, to their ruin. Then my soul shall rejoice in the Lord, exulting in his deliverance. All my bones shall say, O Lord, who is like you? You deliver the weak from those too strong for them, the weak and the needy from those who despoil them. Malicious witnesses rise up. They ask me about things I do not know. They repay me evil for good. My soul is forlorn. But as for me, when they were sick, I wore sackcloth. I afflicted myself with fasting. I prayed with head bowed on my bosom, as though I grieved for a friend or a brother. I went about as one who laments for a mother, bowed down in mourning. But at my stumbling they gathered in glee. They gathered together against me. Ruffians whom I did not know tore at me without ceasing. They imperiously mocked more and more, gnashing at me with their teeth. How long, O Lord, will you look on? Rescue me from their ravages, my life from the lions. Then I will thank you in the great congregation. In the mighty throng I will praise you. Do not let my treacherous enemies rejoice over me, or those who hate me without cause wink the eye. For they do not speak peace, but they conceive deceitful words against those who are quiet in the land. They open wide their mouths against me. They say, Ah, our eyes have seen it. You have seen, O Lord, do not be silent. O Lord, do not be far from me. Wake up, rouse yourself for my defense, for my cause, my God and my Lord. Vindicate me, O Lord, my God, according to your righteousness, and do not let them rejoice over me. Do not let them say to themselves, Ah, we have our heart's desire. Do not let them say, We have swallowed you up. Let all those who rejoice at my calamity be put to shame and confusion. Let those who exalt themselves against me be clothed with shame and dishonor. Let those who desire my vindication shout for joy and be glad, and say evermore, Great is the Lord, who delights in the welfare of his servant. Then my tongue shall tell of your righteousness and your praise all day long.
So if you'll see there in Psalm 35:7, without a cause, they set a snare for me to trip me up. In verse 12, they want to repay evil for good. And then the verse that Jesus quotes, verse 19, they hated me without a cause. Well, if you look at it from their viewpoint, actually they did have a cause. Their cause was their own profit. It was good for them to hate David, because if they defeated him, they would get to take what he had. It was good for Israel to hate Jesus, because he was calling them to change. They didn't want to change, so they hated him. Now, according to Psalm 35, they repaid David's good with evil. David ultimately was trying to express God's plan for the world. Had they aligned with David, they would have seen that. But they rejected David, just as they reject us. We too are trying to bring good into the world. And sometimes we are hated because of it. So what do we do about this today? Well, very simply, don't stop helping. Even when people hate or in a lesser way distrust you, wonder about your motives. Don't let it get to you. Keep helping. Scripture reading from the New Revised Standard Version by Emily Herrera. If you like what you heard today, share it with your friends.